everybody. What's going on tonight? I'm excited to see everyone. Y'all ain't gonna lie. Girl, I had to eat something. Okay, I had to get nourishment so I could have the energy to do what we about to do tonight. Okay, I'm excited to see everybody. Let me go ahead and hit the comments. See who's joining me tonight. I wanted to say a special shout out to Darwin. Darwin, before anybody showed up, decided he was going to support with some chats. He already paid for the little, I think they're the super chats. He paid for super chats before I even came on. So I just want to shout out to you, Darwin. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support and the love for you guys. Thank you. And I also want to say thank you to Jason Gates. Come on, Jason. Get me to 100 likes before I even start. But guys, for real, if you are on and you like this content, and we're going to have fun tonight, of course, y'all already know it's a party when we get together. Hit the like button. It's just how the algorithm works. Let's continue to grow. Did you guys know that today we hit 140,000? I actually had a young lady that that's in my Power Up group that reached out to me and said, Sam, did you know that you grew 40,000 and it's not even been a month yet? I said, no, but thank you for telling me. So we are growing rapidly, y'all. Game changer nation, baby. So I'm excited. Okay. So let me go ahead and say hi to our family. Family's in the building. So what's up, Jason? I see Red. Are you there? I am here. Deb is Deb as cute as Sam? Maybe. What's up, T? What's up, T? I see Oracle King is in the building. I see Sammy Manka is in the building. I see Judah's Lion is in the building. I'm seeing, oh, look, got the popcorn. Okay. Rodney is, let's get into it. I know that we can do it, family. So, what's going on, Maurice? How you doing? How you doing, Antonio? Let's get into it, y'all. I'm excited for tonight. Darvin, not Darwin. I apologize. Thank you, Deb, for that. I see Too Deep Entertainment. What's going on, King? How you doing? Okay. Marquise, what's good? Samantha Lee. Nothing, y'all. Just love being here with you guys. Oh, thank you for seeing my beautiful face. Oh, thank you. It's interesting because it's one of them platforms, y'all. You ain't got no filter. Okay. You better come on here or have some great cameras, which your girl don't. When you starting out. So anyway, long story short. Discussion involving Chris Rock got my attention. Yes, we are going to talk about Chris Rock tonight. Thank you, Gary, for enjoying the videos. Hit the like button. Shane, as always, Shane Nolan, come on, sir. I'm calling you out because you are ride or die. Love it. Trump won. Subscribe today. Okay. Maria. Hey, Maria. Brianna. I'm seeing Michael. I'm seeing Jesse. I'm seeing Christopher. Oh, we lit tonight, y'all. Blog Fathers Paranormal Investigations. T-Baby, thank you so much for saying I'm attractive, y'all. That really does something for my spirit, whenever you girls feeling. Thank you, Scotty Boy. You don't need a filter. Thank you so much. I don't. I appreciate that. Thank my mama. It's a praying woman. Y'all see? Hold up. Let me show y'all the shirt. It says she pretty and she pray. Get you a praying woman, y'all. That's wisdom. Okay, so anyway, I have to sit up, y'all, so y'all can see the shirt. So y'all get the whole view. Detroit, greetings from Detroit. Sam, appreciate the content you're creating. I recently discovered your channel and it's enlightening to have a woman's perspective in this dating game. Thank you guys. And so I thank you guys for joining me tonight. And so we are not going to go without, hey, what's up, Charles? Again, you guys, if you hit the Cash App, I will definitely, if you want to send a question or anything like that, I will definitely answer that question on the live. It's super chats. Also, you're going to stop my attention with that. But I appreciate you guys for everything that you guys do. I love the support. I appreciate it. Your girl be trying to put out 2-3 pieces of content, baby, every day. There's not people doing it on the level that Game Changer Nation doing it. So I appreciate the love and the support, you guys. Thank you. And so, but without all that further ado, I want to say 3 things before I jump into this content. Numero uno. If you guys like what you see and you like the content, hit the subscribe button. I think most of you guys are having on subscriber mode. So you guys, everybody here is family. So, you know, otherwise than that, if you watching this on the replay, hit the subscribe button. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Hit the subscribe button if you like what you see. We about commitment in this. Your girl about the commitment life, okay? Number 2, hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm going live. Okay, when you know when I'm going live, you will get the notification. You'll be able to catch me. I might do a random pop-up. You never know. I'm more random on Instagram because I'm more familiar with that platform, but I'm gonna start being random on YouTube and see what that does and see who's gonna pop up. Third thing I'm gonna shout out is that guys, because we hit 100,000 in less than 4 months, baby, less than 4 months. Okay. With click the link that's going to be pinned to this particular video or in the description. You will get my ebook for free, and you will also be a part of my email list where I'll be talking about appearances, any like revelations, advice, free tips, just a bunch of different valuable things that I want you guys to have. So go ahead and hit that link and be a part of Game Changer Nation eventually, you know. Officially. We officially together. Okay. All right, guys. Oh, Deb has got it in the comments. Go ahead, Deb. You working extra time. Look at you, Deb, on it. Okay, guys. So today's conversation is about Chris Rock. And I did a short, probably like I would say 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe. And it's a very interesting short because he's talking about relationships. I really haven't heard Chris Rock talk about relationships, but I'm going to click the link and we're going to watch it together. Now, there's some things that I noticed about it that I want to talk about with you guys, and it's going to provide a great discussion piece. And I also put out what is it called? A poll on my community tab. And I wrote down the numbers when I checked it. I'm going to check the numbers on the live so that we can talk about what those numbers say about, can one person save a marriage? Can one person save a relationship? If only one person is working, is it possible to save something? Okay. So that's going to be what we talk about. But before we do all that, we're going to get into the meat of the message. Let's listen to this Chris Rock thing. So let me go here, y'all, and share the screen. I'm gonna share the screen. Yeah, here we go. That's one I want to share. Share that, and then I'm gonna do a hold on, let me make sure I got this together. I don't want to be that small. Okay, all right, and we're gonna go into what he has to say. All right. I hope this is from the beginning. I'm going to go back and go down to make sure I got.
Be very careful.
Okay, let me go back. Here we go. Play.
People say, oh, relationships are tough. No, they're not. They're only tough when one person's working on it. 2 people can move a couch real easy. One person can't move it at all. You in a relationship, let me try to help you right now. Rule 1. Stop competing. Her success is your success, and your success is her success. Number 2, there is no equality in a relationship. It's like, we equals. No, you're not. You're both there to serve. You are in the service industry, okay? You're in a band. And when you're in a band, you have roles that you play in the band. Sometimes you sing lead, and sometimes you're on tambourine. And if you're on tambourine, play it right. Play it with a fucking smile. Because nobody wants to see a mad tambourine player. People say,
all right, y'all. So that is the clip that we're talking about tonight. And there's a couple of things that that I want to dive into in this message. I'm going to play it back, and I'm going to also talk about certain things. I took some notes. Okay. We took some notes. All right. So as we talk about this, I want to dive into some things. So can one person, which is the first thing that I came up with, is can one person pray or fight enough to make the marriage work? Okay. And so you guys voted on my community tab. Thank you guys for whoever voted. And 21% of you guys said yes, that it is possible for one person to save the marriage. 65% of you guys said no, it is not possible for one person to save a marriage. 13% said it depends. Okay. And I thought there were some interesting comments. So I'm actually going to go to that next. I'm going to try to pull it up on this thing if it allows me to do so. I'm not going to share that one. But I want to discuss what you guys think, because I think it's very interesting. And, y'all know I'm in the religious spaces and things like that. We talk a lot about praying somebody, into certain places. We talk a lot about these things. And so I think it's interesting to have this talk, because I think it's mixed opinion. So yes, y'all, it hasn't changed. It says that 7,100 of y'all voted. So thank you to the 7,000 of y'all who voted. I appreciate you guys. But it says that it is possible, that 21% of you guys said it is possible. 65% of you said it's not possible. Okay, 13. So it basically stayed the same. All right. And so I want to read some comments. I'm going to share the screen on that. I want to share this screen. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's what I meant to do. I'm going to go to share the screen on that again. We're going to go where love Samantha Lee. Here we go. We're going to read these comments right over chat. All right. So the Better Me Club says you can be better. Okay, that's the name of the person. It says it takes two to make it work at all levels. To be honest, the moment a relationship gets to a point where one is trying to make it work, it oftentimes headed for the ICU. Been there. Sean, thank you, Sean, as well. I was that one person. I was almost dead when I finally gave up. Some people don't want to be saved. Combine lies, pride, lust, and you get a failed marriage. Never again will I place my trust or love in a woman. I'm still healing from that soul wound. I'm sorry, Sean. I appreciate your vulnerability. Kay says that I've never been married, but what I know about prayer is that you never stop praying for the other person. You yourself are filling in the gap for that person, breaking off everything that is hindering your marriage. You never stop until you see the manifestation of your prayers, asking God for strength, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, asking the Holy Spirit to intercede for you, because the Bible says we know not what we should pray for. I believe that with God on your side, everything is possible. If you fight and pray enough, no devil in hell can take what is given to you by God. You go ahead, Kay. You go ahead, Proverbs 31 woman. Coming in with that, praying over her marriage. Okay, I'm going to go down a little bit. KT says that nope, been there, done that, and the ex rejected it, all for the streets. I said a prayer, wish the ex well on that other path. In hindsight, the split was a blessing in disguise. I'm sticking with my path. So Madai says it depends. There is still love and respect between them. Yes, one can get there with patience. Time heals a lot of things. But if there is contempt from one party than the other, then no. Jared says, I've lived it. I can confirm that it does work. You just need to be willing to change your flaws. You have to be like water, my friend. If you're in a relationship and expect to be what you want, you need to leave because you don't want a relationship. You're trying to be in a fan club for an F boy or F girl. And if you are in this because you want a relationship and you want it with this person, you have to listen, learn, adapt, and you have to do this silently. You must not draw attention to your changes ever, because that's not the point. The point is to change because you see the benefit in those changes, not so you can keep a person, but yes, it can be done 1,000%, but most won't because of either being too soft, too abusive, too crazy, etc. Wow. Okay, Jared. Okay, Jared. And y'all don't see Jared. Jared got a picture with his wife in there. Okay, Jared. Everything Shia Lee says, it took about 5 years, but yes. Robert says all things are possible through Christ. Sarah says, define work. I was the only one fighting and praying, but essentially I was in a marriage alone, and that certainly didn't work for me. All things are possible with God, but not be probable. Wow. Okay. One can certainly compromise enough to make a marriage seem as if it's working. 2 people can easily move a couch. Easily. Okay. So, guys, we get the point. I'm not going to keep reading the comments, but I want to thank each and every one of you guys for who contributed, because this is a part of what we are talking about tonight. So I want to know, for those who are on the live, what do you think? Okay. So we voted with Game Changer Nation, and Game Changer Nation spoke and said 65% of y'all said, nah, ain't possible. So most of you guys said it's not possible for a marriage to work with only one person working on it. And I think that that's very, let me get this off the screen. I'm gonna stop sharing this and get back to you guys fully. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think? It takes 2 to tango. I went through that one. Okay, let me see what some of you guys commented while I was gone. Okay. Hey, Sam, just let it go. Hello, I described you today. Hey, Wayne's World, thank you for subscribing today. No, because if one person is fighting, the relationship works out. It will be for a short period of time until that person gets tired again, my opinion. Sure, but it's temporary. One person carry a relationship for so long. Sooner or later, the carrier will need help. It takes more than just one person to make it work in anything. Show your support. Thank you, Deb, for saying that. Appreciate that. Again, I'm looking just in case. If one wants to save the marriage and the other doesn't, there is no marriage. That's good. That's good. I see that. You know, I think that it's very interesting because there's a lot of mixed messages, right? And I think that I don't know how many people on here have been married before. I have been married before, and it's a challenge. You know, marriage is hard in and of itself. But Chris Rock says some very interesting things. The first thing that he says that I think is very interesting is that first and foremost, right? It takes 2. Marriage is only hard when one person's working on it. Interesting. So I think that even if 2 people are working on a marriage, even if 2 are working on a marriage, it is still challenging. The marriage aspect is still hard. Even if 2 people are doing the best that they can do, it's still a challenge. But he's saying it's even harder when one person is trying to make this happen. And he's not saying it's impossible, so I'm not going to put words in his mouth. That's not what he said. But I definitely think that marriage is hard. And I definitely think it'd be hard for someone, in my opinion. Let's say I'm the only one changing. Okay. Let's say I'm changing. And the other person is committed to staying the same. At some point, your girl, y'all, is going to be frustrated. Your girl at some point is going to be resentful because I keep compromising and making adjustments for someone who was unwilling to do the same for me. And so for me, it'd be like, nah, I'm not going to be in a relationship where I'm the only one who's working on it. That's my perspective. But I also think it's very, very interesting that if you go out into like the world out here and look at the what you see online, most professionals say, and I'm going to play it in a second, most professionals say that one can absolutely save the marriage. One person can save a marriage. And here's my thing though. And I'm going to ask you guys. Okay? Somebody wrote this in the comments, and I got to say that when on the community tab, what they said was that they could change and they can make the marriage work because they're compromising. And so the couple stays together. But are they happy though? And that's the part that I think that we should talk about. Okay. Now, y'all, it's much easier when I see that hey, light as a feather. What's going on? What's going on? Facts and no way should go through that. I moved to couch by myself. It is hard, but our mindset should be on working together and make the best no matter what. Now, I think that here's somebody said it depends. Are you following the lead of your husband? I think that is a very great OMAC. I think that's a great point. Okay. I think that if you are following the lead of your husband, that's great, right? What if you oh, I see a super chat. Thank you for who. Let me see what that is. I'm sorry. Oh, thanks, Deb. I was like, did I give myself? Thanks, Deb. I appreciate that. But again, I think that when you're talking about following the lead of your husband, what if your husband, like, I think that when you think about lead and you're somebody's helping, let's say you know more about something than your spouse, right? And you see that wherever your spouse is heading to, wherever they're going, it's seeming like, okay, we going down the wrong road. And the person that you are married to does not want to hear what you have to say. You know that it's basically like watching a train crash and you saying, listen, we don't need to go down this way. This is not going to produce the fruit that you want to, what you think is going to produce. And you voice your perspective. And the person's like, nah, I'm going to do what I want, even if it costs our family. I think that's what a lot of people, men and women that I've heard, that they're in relationships with people and they're communicating with people or in communication with people or in their marriages or in their relationships. And the person they're with is so on what they want to do. They're unwilling to hear other wisdom, whether it be a woman, because we talk about that with modern women that don't want to be told nothing, don't want to hear nothing, don't want to be said nothing, don't want to be led by nobody. We hear that from them. But we also hear, alternatively speaking, I also hear that with men as well. That men are in relationships and they don't want to hear nothing. And they want to lead, and they don't want you to say nothing. They want you to shut up and move. And if we're going down the cliff, we're gonna go down the cliff together. And so I want to know, how do you guys handle situations like that? If someone's just unwilling, they're making decisions and choices in your relationship that's at y'all detriment, what do you do? Because at that point, you are compromising, knowing that this person is actually putting y'all in a bad position. What do you do? Oh, Pamela, thank you, boo. Thank you. We got to put Pamela up on the screen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yep, a good leader takes advice well. Ed, that's what I want to talk about, because I think a good leader, right? I think a good leader listens. I really do. Y'all know, and Isaiah, you speaking. No, a leader delegates tasks. If you can't listen, it's your ego in the way. Thank you, Isaiah. Facts. I think that at the end of the day, if you're not willing to listen, that's ineffective leadership. And women, we gotta listen. And I know some women that ain't listening, right? They want to. I don't want to be told what to do. I know it, or they're extremely, how do I say it? Skeptical, negative, don't want to hear nothing. Then you have men on the other side. It's like, I don't want to listen to her because I think I know what I'm doing, and I'm just going to lead this thing, and either you with me or you're not, and just, whatever. And that's also, again, ineffective leadership. But I know we're kind of on a path here. I kind of went off the path of what Chris is actually talking about, because he's talking about working on the marriage, but he's also talking about equality in the marriage, which is another thing. We're going to get down into that. That's what I want to know. If you know that, if you recognize that there's someone that you are with and they're headed down the wrong path and they're headed down the wrong situation, and you're with somebody that's hard-headed, that does not want to listen to you, I think that that's a very interesting predicament that we can be in, right? And so let me put this back. Hi, current comment. I'll put Debs up here. Am I able to do that? Okay. Well, I don't know what to do with that. I wanted to put that up there. But anyway, long story short. Okay. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's saving a marriage is just staying together. Let me see what somebody just wrote something. Saving a marriage is just staying together. Being satisfied is just staying together. Yeah, saving a marriage is just staying together. Being satisfied with just staying together runs out. Facts. Agreed. I think that how do you trust your husband's leadership and wisdom? And does he listen to you as well and compromise for the betterment of the family? You know, Regina, that is a great point, because I think that what ends up happening is, right? And I'm just going to take myself in relationships. So y'all, I can't speak for anybody else but me. So just, I'm going to speak openly. I'm the kind of person that is very like, I have an opinion. I have an opinion about a lot of things, right? But I'm not a leader. I am extremely indecisive. Okay. So I don't want to be the leader in the relationship, but I do got an opinion. Okay. And ultimately, I will trust the decision. All I want to feel is heard. That's all. I don't know if that's most women, but I feel like women that I know, we just want to feel like you heard. We were heard. We were understood on some level. And so, like, even if you decide to go your own way, as long as I felt like you heard what I said, I'm cool. But I don't want to make the decision because I'm being decisive, right? And so I'll find myself in relationships compromising a lot. And then I end up feeling resentful because then I feel like, hey, listen, I'm doing all this. I'm trying to make this thing work. What's happening? You know, I feel like I'm doing all this stuff to make us to do whatever, and I'm not getting that in return. All right, Donald. Okay. Trump once said men need to be submissive as well to the wives. That's what Trump one is saying. Trump one is saying we men need to be submissive. Now in the Bible, it says submit one to another. It does say that, Trump one. It does say that. It does. Okay. OMAC is saying this. I've been married for over 26 years. My wife has had to learn that as a man, I learned through failure as well as success. The critical factor is how he gets back on his and the wife supporting him. You know, OMAC, that's a really interesting thing that you just brought up, because I didn't think about that. You brought up something I didn't think about, because I'm speaking from y'all transparently from my perspective, because we having a conversation tonight. We talking, we family. Because I think that what we find is that women are having an issue because they've been in a relationship, let's just say, and they've compromised and been taken advantage of, right? Or they were led down the wrong road, so to speak. And so therefore now they're in a position, in a perspective where they're like, I'm not going to let nobody lead me anymore because I was led down the wrong road. And then you have men that want women to trust their leadership. But I think that for men, if I'm speaking, you know, a lot to men, I would say, listen, you know, I want to be heard. I feel like I'm an intelligent woman. I want to be heard. And there's a lot of intelligent women that want to be heard too. Let me move down. I see another comment. Super sticker. Super sticker. Thank you. Maurice Fleming. Let me do a dance. Let me stop my comment, do my dance. Stop my comment, do my dance. Stop my comment, do my dance. Thank you, Maurice. Thank you, Maurice. I appreciate it. Okay. So why are you saying, okay, hold up. Why is Trump one is not simping now? How is he simping? What did he do? So, okay, here's the thing. I don't think that that's wrong. Here's the thing, y'all. What does submission mean? Submission means deferring to someone else's authority. So let's say your wife is better at bills. Let's say she's better at money. Let's say she's better at, I don't know, she's better with tools or something. I don't know. Like something that's a stereotypical man stuff. Or even not. Like, let's say she's a better driver. Maybe she knows how to research things better. Maybe she's better at certain things. Deferring to another person's authority is submission. And y'all, we submit every day. We submit to our bosses. We submit to we submit to our bosses. We submit to when we're when we're driving certain things, when we're on ways, as we driving, we submit into the ways because we are deferring to the one's authority. If someone, I don't even know, if there's someone at your job that may be better than what you're doing versus what they're doing, and you're like, you know what, I trust what they got going on. I'm going to submit to what they're saying to me. I'm going to take advice from someone. Sometimes you guys may be looking at my content saying, Sam, this provides value to me. I need help in this area, and I'm submitting to your authority. That's not necessarily a negative thing. That's why I don't have an issue with submission or the thought of submission, because I know I don't know everything and I don't want to make the decisions, period. So I think that it's an interesting, oh, the law is a good one. Yeah, absolutely. The law, we submit to the law. Very good. We submit to the law. We should be submitting to the law. If we not, okay. But it's just basically like I'm deferring to one's authority. I respect the authority of whatever it is. And I don't think that that's a negative thing, right? But I think for me, especially when I'm looking for a man, I am looking for a man that listens. Because if you don't listen well, we can't work well together. Because I want to be someone that's heard and listened to. That's like a need for me. And I think a lot of women also, like, y'all, if you get my dating tips, you know that I say that women need to be listened to. Like that's like, that's number one. Women want to be heard. They, like, if you ask them more questions, and they'll look at you as more interesting. Statistics show that. So it's just listening and then saying like, hey, listen, this person may be better at certain things than me. And that's okay. They may have been raised different, but I think that when we get pig-headed and we're like, oh, we're just, because we're this is with women too. I'm not just saying men, but just like, for example, I don't agree with women that when they have children, a lot of times they don't allow the man to be involved at all. Because like, oh, I'm a woman, I'm better at this. Just because if the baby came out of me, so I'm naturally better with babies, and I'm supposed to be because I'm a woman, so I'm not going to allow you to tell me what to do with my baby, right? Women do that, okay? Again, if someone is better at something, regardless of gender, we should be listening to each other, period. Okay, sorry. Most women are very risk averse and most of the time choose a safer path. My wife now enjoys the fact that she does not have to work in 12 years of me choosing calculated risk and winning. You know what, Omac? I'm kind of impressed by you, sir. We are risk averse, y'all. Women are risk averse. We calculate risk. It's biological because we are obviously not the ones that defend ourselves. Men are more apt to defend and fight and do certain things. So we're protective. We assess risk. That's what we do. We are more, they call us neurotic. We're just more apt to be sensitive to negative things. That's what we do. And so, yes, absolutely, we are more risk averse. And so we're going to bring up every single reason why certain things we should go a different path and do certain things. That's part of our biology. That's part of our makeup. Okay. And so I think that we both, I think a good leader listens. And I, like I said, y'all, I am more in the traditional sense of like, I want to listen to a man. I don't want to make the decisions. And that might be a little bit uncommon today, but I'm going to be out here and bold and say it. I think it's a beautiful thing when it's done correctly. Omac seems like he's got the formula, right? But I think that we have to listen. And I think that when one person is being, whether it's a man or a woman, not listening, doing what they want to do, not taking into account what somebody else is doing, how long can you stay in a relationship like that? How long can you change and change and change and change and change for someone else to feel, to do whatever, or compromise or look over or forgive? How long can you actually do that? You see what I'm saying? How much is that fair? I know a man right now in a marital situation, and I'm seeing how he's compromised and done all these things to please his wife, and she still ain't happy. How long? How long? Yes, it kept the marriage together for as long as it has, but at the end of the day, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? So I appreciate defer Isaiah. What does Isaiah say? You can't be, oh, let me see what Isaiah said. You can't in one breath say you indecisive but want submission from men. That's a oxymoron. That's not okay. I'm saying that I want a man that listens. That's what I'm saying. I'm ultimately going to defer to his authority, but I want to feel like I've been heard. Because there are some things that I may take into account that you don't. And I think it's wisdom if we have two people that are living together and your decision affects our family unit, hypothetically speaking, I want to feel heard. So that's not me asking for submission. That's asking to be heard. And if you feel like I may have better understanding in certain things, then it's wise to take counsel for someone who's better at certain things. Wouldn't you say? Like if I'm somebody that here's another thing, Isaiah, and this is just me. You can't say, oh, you hate the word submission, but then you tell a woman to submit. If you cringe at the word, the idea of submitting, which we do every single day, mind you, and all it really means is deferring to the authority of another. How can you then expect the woman that you gonna be with, if you are reacting so adversely to just the word submission, which means something different? If let's say y'all, okay, I'm gonna go there. Let's say I got my master's, right? Let's say I know people better. So we go into a room and we're moving around the room and we're schmoozing and we're moving. And there may be something that I sense or something that I know because of my educational background. And you say, well, I ain't submitting to you, so I ain't gonna listen. That's unwise. And as a leader, you have to recognize when there's someone who may be better at some things. We're not going to be great at everything. That's why we have a partner. So that's just my perspective. I will honestly say, oh, Roderick, okay. I love the content. I find your topics very helpful in my conversation with my two daughters when they ask me questions about their relationship. And yes, I am learning things to help in my own relationship. So thank you. Well, thank you, Roderick. Thank you, sir. We're going to keep this comment up for a minute, okay? But I'm just saying, y'all, again, I'm speaking from my perspective as a female. All I'm saying is that if you are a good leader, let's say you're a manager on a team. Let's say there's somebody on the team that has better penmanship than you, right? And you have to create a poster. or there's someone that's more creative and you have to design an area or do something, you're going to defer to that person. For example, in my own company, they defer to me. They submit to me about certain things because I'm the expert in that field. So again, that doesn't mean that there's nothing wrong with that. And if you are acting so adversely to the term, you can't expect a woman to act positively towards the term. That's why we gotta kill the stigma attached to submission, because it's not a bad thing. Y'all is passionate for me. Submission is a beautiful thing if done correctly. And if we keep acting adversely to something that is supposed that I'm in submission to my God every day. I'm in submission to him ultimately. And let's say as a praying woman, right? I hear something from God. I turn to my husband, which will come, right? I turn to my husband and say, listen, God is telling me da, 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 da. I've got to have somebody that's like, you know what? I know she hears God. I know that she's aware of what God is, what her spiritual nature is in tune. I'm going to trust my wife's direction in this because I know she got her ear to the spirit. That's wisdom. And we've got to stop making submission a bad thing. It is not a bad thing. It is not a bad thing. I look forward for the times where I can be submitted to a man's leadership, right? I think that that's a beautiful thing if done correctly. But I will be submitting to a man that I feel is able to listen. That is how we work together well. You know what I'm saying? That's how we work together well. I don't want to make the decision. I just want to be heard. And I think if there's women, okay, common sense expert. Common sense expert. But first off, what's up, common sense expert? It's great to see you again, sir. Great to see one another live. Listening is one, but comprehending is another. You have to make sure you and your spouse are on the same level. Now, common sense expert, when you say on the same level, because I don't think that you necessarily have to be on the same level. I really don't. I don't think that a couple, I don't think that I need, like, for example, I'm gonna just take me and you. We might not be on the same level of understanding the world or whatever. I think we need to have an understanding, right? I think that having communication, having understanding, we have the same core value system. I think that that's what's most important. Are we on the same, do we value the same things? Because ultimately, if I'm with somebody, I want them to value the things that I value. So that when I make a decision or they make a decision, I know they're doing it according to our similar value system. We don't necessarily have to speak the same language when it comes to certain things. Like, you may not be into emotions and relationships and social work and social justice and all the things I'm into. But I think that that's where I need a little bit clarity from you, common sense expert, to see what you mean by that. Like, when you say on the same level, what do you mean by that? Because I just want to understand that aspect of things. Because we may not be, because people talk about spiritually the same level. I don't think two people will ever spiritually be on the same level. Our relationship with God is our own, you know? Regina Tab says, Samantha, thank you for breaking down submissions down to us folk. Many of us females have the wrong idea of what submission really means. Regina, thank you for saying that. Because listen, one of the things that I want to dispel in this world is submission is not a bad thing. We out of order right now, y'all. We out of order. You see in the internet what we see? Women are out of order. I'm just being real. We out of order. We are out of order. We are out of order. There's women, I have seen some things from women. I mean, I literally just saw the other day, y'all, and I'm not trying to be crazy or whatever. But women out here sleeping with animals, like, and thinking that that's attractive. We out of order. We are so out of order. We're out of order. We're out of order. We've got to get back on track. We got to have the right. These things are going viral. Women getting attention for doing things like this, even though messing with horses and stuff. It's crazy. That's why that's why Game Changer Nation is in effect. Yes, Isaiah, I said what I said. Woman was messing with a daggone horse. I wish I was kidding, Isaiah. I wish I was kidding. Bestiality on the highest level, and this girl did it in an interview. Talked about it in an interview. I'll tell you what. Too many women. Okay, OMAC is speaking. Let me see what OMAC got to say. Too many women want a man to listen and think like them, and that is wrong. I must turn my back to you to lead and ensure we stay on the same path. Walking backward, focus on your wife will lead to a ditch. Ooh, OMAC is speaking. Too many men. I'm going to say this one again, OMAC. Too many women want a man to listen and think like them, and that is wrong. He says, I must turn my back to you to lead and ensure that we stay on the same path. Walking backward, focused on your wife, will lead to a ditch. Y'all, whew. OMAC is in our business, ain't he? OMAC is in our business. Y'all hear me? OMAC ain't no robot, Robert. I want to call Robert a robot. Robert, he ain't no robot. OMAC out here preaching. I think that he's right. And here's the thing, OMAC, I agree. I agree as a woman. For me, I think that there is a certain level of understanding, and I think a relationship is a dance, right? There's a certain understanding that we as women have to develop. And I think that today's society, just keep it in 100, y'all. I'm going to speak facts. I'm not going to speak anything that we can debate here today. I think that with different movements that we have going on, and I'm not against them, I'm just saying what it is. I think that because women make money, we want men to think like women, right? Men have been known to provide. Men have been known to protect. That's what they've done. And that's what they've been valued for many, many years. And now that women can make money and women can find different things to, women can find different things to, I don't know if it's to do, but women can find, things to protect themselves with, right? We're able to protect ourselves in different ways, right? I think that with that being said, we have to think about the fact that women now want men to be more feminine in some ways, right? Or have other attributes outside of providing and protecting, because I think women are saying, well, I can provide for myself and I can protect myself. Not understanding the value overall that men bring. And we talked about this before, but I think that that's what it boils down to, right? And so that being said, I think that because we want men to come with different things, OMAC is bringing a different perspective. He's basically saying, listen, my wife is staying at home 12 years. So we go into a traditional relationship, right? She's not working at all. He's basically like, if she ain't working, I can't be focused on her. I got to make money for our household. So she has to trust that whatever decision I make in our relationship is for our good. And so that comes with a different level of understanding it comes with a different level of really trusting that the person that you are with is going to lead you in a certain direction. And I don't think that we live in a society where we feel like we can trust people, right? I think that women are like, oh, I don't want to trust you. I don't know where you're going to lead me. I don't know. I ain't going to fully submit or surrender in this situation. I don't know. Right? And then we have men that are like, I don't trust these women because it's transactional. These days, they after my money, they after my whatever, they after my resources. And some women are, let's be very clear. Do not take this conversation to say that women are not, because they are. But again, because we're worried about what other people are doing and how they're leading and how they moving, we're not necessarily on one accord, if that makes any sense, y'all. So women are discarding masculine men. Let me see. For feminine men. Listen, are women actually doing that though? I don't think women are actually discarding masculine men for feminine men. I don't believe that at all. The research shows that women can't help themselves with masculine men. I mean, it is biological. We're attracted to masculine men. That's my belief system. I think that they may say they want blah, 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 but they go after, quote unquote, high value men. High value men are usually masculine men, right? They're not, they're not just whatever men. I think that they're masculine in their own ways. I would assume. I'm not all masculine men. Some masculine men. Some high value men. Most high value men, I would argue, are probably masculine. Y'all, we going. Where we at? Hey April, what's up? It's great to see. It's not what everybody wants, so it's just what they want. Okay, so we gonna go back to the clip. So I know we went left, y'all, and that's just because Sam liked to talk. So anyway, okay, so we talked about two working on the marriage. We talked about that. So Chris Rock talks about two things on here. I'm gonna play the clip again because we've talked a lot, and I think that we are I think we've gotten to a place here where we talked about listening, the importance of listening, especially from a woman's perspective, the importance and the beauty of submission. We're talking about that. And then we also talked about how if we want masculine men, we have to be willing for them to lead. We have to be open to their leadership and allow them to be men, and not expect them to be more feminine in other ways, not feminine, but you know what I mean? There's a certain level of us as women being better at opening ourselves up to men being in our lives, opening up that space, allowing for us to be able to say, I trust your leadership. I think that we are not as open to that today. And I think it's just because of the way the world is, but I do think that we're not as open to male leadership for sure. And then we have the conversation that we were ending on. I'm going to turn to another thing, but we're ending on is that women today are saying, listen, I make money. I can protect myself. What this man going to do? What he going to do? How he going to make my life easier? What is he going to do that I can't already do for myself? And I think what's missing is a conversation that we're having right now, which is what value do that men provide. Okay. Because even though my marriage did not work, I do understand very well from that situation and moving forward that there was a lot of benefits to having someone in my life outside of providing and protecting. There was a lot of benefit that a man, just having a male presence, provided for me. And so I value that and I look for that in the future. And so I think that being that I've been blessed to have positive male figures in my life. I've been blessed to have brothers in my life. I've been blessed to experience. I have been married before, so I understand, like, when a man is in your life, there are certain things that are beneficial. You cannot run away from that. Outside of providing and protecting. Protection is, I love faith. So I that if there's a man in my life that make me feel safe, we good money. we had to a good start. A man having my back, that's goes a long way. And I think a lot of women feel the same way. So anyway, I'm all over the place. If she's making money, she needs to, one, initiate contact. Darren Hilton's talking about what women need to do. One, initiate contact. Women want all the benefits from a man to her life, and what she brings to men's life, someone else's child. Well, Najim, you can also choose to not deal with a woman who has a child, because there's women that don't have children. Manuel, thank you, Manuel. He hit the Cash App. Thank you, Manuel. Let me give you a Manuel dance. Go, Manuel. Go, Manuel. Thank you for supporting the show, Manuel. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hitting the heart button for that on the Cash App. Thank you. So fund the courtship, propose marriage. Oh, wow. Okay, so carry the marriage as a protector and provider. That's equality. Well, then no, she would take, Darren, I would argue that what you're saying, she would then be carrying the load of the relationship. That wouldn't be equality either. It would literally be 50-50. It wouldn't be now her taking all the masculine roles and or not traditionally masculine roles, should I say. And then she's, you're just, the damsel in distress. Like, no, it's got to be 50-50. We're talking about equality. I think then it'd be like, who takes people out first? Who initiates first? Who does whatever first? That's more like 50-50. And I think more women are approaching men than they've ever done, or expressing, at least initiating contact or expressing their interests. Okay. Okay. So guys, I'm going to go back to the Chris Rock thing, because there's more that I want to present, because y'all know I love talking to you guys. So I need to get back on track. Got my little outline to keep me in line. I'm going to go back to the clip. Okay. And we're going to go there. Okay. Let's do this again.
Oh, relationships are tough. No, they're not. They're only tough when one person's working on it. Two people can move a couch real easy. One person can't move it at all. If you're in a relationship, let me try to help you right now. Rule one.
All right, y'all, pay attention to this, because this is what we're focusing on now. He proposes 2 rules. Okay, 2 rules, and we'll start talking about those 2 rules and how beneficial you guys think that will be for a relationship.
Stop competing. Her success is your success, and your success is her success. Number 2.
Okay, well,
there is no equality in a relationship.
Okay, let me play.
It's like, we equals. No, you're not. You're both there to serve. You are in the service industry.
All right, so he says that there are 2 rules to making a relationship work. One is not competing, that we shouldn't be in competition with each other's success. We should be appreciative of it. And number 2 is, I already get on I disagree in the chat. Number 2 is we are both in the service industry, that there are no equals, that we are both there to serve. So, what do you guys think about that? Do you guys agree? Yes or no? And if I see any interesting, oh my gosh, y'all be out. Simp is not, y'all be using the term all willy-nilly, y'all. I done define simp. Simp means you're doing the most for a woman a woman that's actually not that interested in you. You going above and beyond. He's talking about his wife. I mean, I don't call that simping, but what it. Ooh, okay. So it says we are Shane says we are complementary, not equal. I actually love that you said that. Oh, is that no dose hit? No dose hit. Thank you, no dose hit. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you. Shane says we are complementary, not equal. I agree, Shane. I agree that we are complementary. I'm not sure if I equal. I think we'll talk more about that, but we are complementary, not equal. That's what Shane says. Pam says she totally agrees. Totally agrees that this is what will work. Neon says nope. Nope, 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 nope. Thank you, Mike Diesel. He said he likes my work with the Sigma males. I heard that there's like a leader of the Sigma male community that actually endorses my stuff. So amazing. I think his name is Anthony Spade. So very new. Neon, we ain't gonna do that today. Absolutely agree. You're supposed to be teammates. Biblically, I agree. I buy the food, her job is to cook it. Yes, when you love, you take joy in serving and making your partner happy. You should do your part. I agree with that. Women serve men they like, not just because I'm 100, you are 100. No, 50-50 crap. Okay. Thank you, Tyrone. I appreciate that. Some days it'll be 80-20. Others it will be 20-80. I'm more than happy to serve, and so is he. Now, here's the thing, you guys. When I went to premarital counseling, the pastor told me that my focus should be on the happiness or the satisfaction of the person. Like I should put them as the center, and that person should put me as the center, right? And they said that with that being the case of us just loving each other and focusing on loving each other the best way that we know how, and vice versa, that would be a way for neither of our needs to ever not be met. And instead of, they said, when you start putting yourself at the center, that's where you start going tit for tat. Oh, you do this, but I don't do that, or you do that. And then that's when you put yourself at the center and focus on what you don't have versus what they have, or what you did versus what they did. But continuously focusing on loving the other person, because the commandment Jesus did come back and give us, he gave us two commandments in the New Testament. One is loving God. Second is loving people. And so as a picture of that, it is focusing on each other and loving each other well. And so hold on. Yeah. So he was saying that a lot of marriages end because of tit for tat. Like I'm focused on me and you're focused on you. And because we're focused on our own needs, we're not meeting each other's needs. We're not focused on that. And so that was great advice for anybody. Trump 1 says, to me, a successful relationship is two good givers. Two good givers. I think that's very interesting. Do you mean giving as in gifts or giving as in love? What do you mean? Amen. We're commanded to love everyone. Exactly, Lazy Boy 49. A woman is supposed to be a better man, better half, and it's not like women like that. When most women won't want a man, but they also want to be the alpha in the relationship. I agree with that, Easy P. I don't think that's right. I don't agree with that. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Yep. Being tit for tat is like living with a roommate. K-Hawk, you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. And so he's saying two good givers, and I think that you're right about that. I think that it does need to be two people giving, but I would be saying giving love. Two people giving love. And again, or learning the combination of the other person speaking their love language. That would be the focus. Like if you as a man wanted certain things from your spouse and vice versa, then that person needs to learn how to be proficient in that love language. That should be the focus. We need to balance ourselves out. If two people balance, then balance will manifest. If your focus is on another, then you will have to do what is needed to keep them happy. Slavery, that's called. Interesting perspective, Baba Blue. Baba Blue, Baba Blue, Baba Blue. Look at Baba Blue. I tell you what, Baba Blue. Okay, there is no equality. Marriage will work if you work. We both must do 100% each. I benched 350 pounds. My wife 115 pounds. Both of us did the max effort. It's unfair to expect my wife to carry my load. That's what OMAC says. He says there's no equality. Marriage will work if you work. Both must do 100% each. He benches 350. His wife benches 115. Both of us did the max effort. It's unfair to expect my wife to carry my load. Wow. OMAC, listen, OMAC, you out here in these streets speaking. I think that it is true. So he's basically saying, y'all, as we talk about these equality conversation, he is speaking to the fact that Chris Rock one line. He was saying that there's no equality, that we both play a part and we should play our part well. We should focus on playing our part well. And there's going to be times when we're going to play a part we don't want to play. And there's going to be times where the other person plays a part and they don't want to play that part either. But we both have to be focused on playing our part and playing our part well. And when we get messed up and don't want to work, or we don't want to play in the band, and we decide we don't want to play the tambourine, we don't want to play the tambourine, then we acting up. We have a stank face on. We play the tambourine, not wanting to excuse me. I'm messing up the tambourine word, and I can't say it. So tambourine. Okay, he's saying that we don't want to see a mad tambourine player, and so therefore we all have to be okay with the roles that we play. And so I think that that's really interesting, OMAC, because you speak to a really popular concept that, I think that instead of us focusing so much on us being the same, let us just appreciate our differences. Y'all have heard me in other videos. Let's just appreciate our differences because they're unique. They're purposeful instead of fighting. Like, oh, well, because a man do this and I don't want to do what a man do. And why is it okay for a man to do this and I can't do that? Or why is it okay for a woman to, she could do that and I can't do that? At the end of the day, it's like, nah, we both have to appreciate the part that we play in the band and be okay with it. It's cool. And just focus on doing our parts well. Okay, let me go back up. I'm sorry. I missed two of the cat. Goodness gracious, the super chats. That's what I get for not eating, y'all. Common sense expert said, drop the link, bring someone up. This is good conversation. You can only text so much. Let's talk about it. Common sense expert, I am going to start bringing people up once I get used to this system a little bit more. Okay, this is a little different, but we will get into bringing people on. Probably not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that, we're going to start bringing people in and having a conversation. I think that'll be fun. The only issue, y'all, sometimes, I know you common sense expert, we've actually had conversations on live before, but sometimes, y'all, I've also had some bad experiences. Y'all might know on IG, I've had some bad experiences bringing somebody up, and it wasn't pretty. And Trump one is saying that is what I mean to good givers in love. Okay, I got you, Trump one. Exactly. Okay, so we on the same page. Now, y'all, he talked about these two things. And we talked about the serving, and I think we've covered that too. But I want us to look into this because we've covered us talking about playing our roles and two people playing their roles and things of that nature. I also want to talk about what professionals are saying about relationships. Okay. Thank you, Shane, for the affirmation, Shane. Appreciate you, sir. But I want to talk about what professionals are saying. Now, professionals are saying, y'all, that it can take one person to save a marriage. It don't have to take two. Two people don't have to be on board with it. Two people don't have to make it make sense. I'm going to show y'all, Isaiah said, what is they saying, Sam? Isaiah, you from Atlanta? What's going on, Mikey? What's going on? I see Mike in the chat. So I gotta say hi to Mike. Mike is family. What's going on, Mike? Wait, hold on. Oh, there we go. I see Mike in chat. Mike is family. Gotta say hi to Mike. So anyway, y'all, I have to. You disagree, Isaiah? We haven't even done the clip yet. No, Robert, you ain't lying, sir. We need marriage school or class before getting married. Yes, we do. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna play this clip, y'all, and I'm gonna pause it. I'm not gonna play it all the way out because it is a longer clip. I'm going to play it out and then we'll see where we go. Okay. All right, y'all. Be patient with me here. Let me go and show you this screen. It's basically a professional from Marriage Keeper. If it's going to pop up, hopefully it does. I'm going to turn this. Maybe it'll do better if I take these off. And let's see if it plays.
It's a question that confuses, puzzles, and frustrates. Can one spouse save a marriage? But even more, should they? If your spouse wants out, shouldn't you let them go? Why pine for someone who doesn't want to be with you anyway? This is the common response that we see, especially on the internet. When we at Marriage Helper post a video about fixing your marriage, recovering from affairs, staying committed to the person you married, there's backlash and there's disagreement. And I understand why, because it's painful when the person that you love no longer loves you.
Ooh, geez.
And too often it seems like the easiest, less painful solution is to give up and move on, or to sit around and wait for things to change.
Yeah.
My name is Kimberly Holmes. I'm the CEO of Marriage Helper, and I want to share a story with you. But first, be sure to subscribe to and follow our channel. We want you to be the first to know when we release the newest, most up-to-date.
All right, y'all. So we're not going to get into all that. But I want to know, y'all, what y'all think so far. Dr. Jordan Peterson has the situation. Okay. So I want to know, she's basically saying, listen, it's painful. When someone doesn't love you, when someone's acting like they don't want to be in a relationship, that's hard to deal with. Okay, she's already acknowledging that. But she's about to jump into a story that might shock you. Okay, so pay attention. Pay attention. We gonna do every 30 seconds, y'all. I don't want to overload you.
Up-to-date relationship content that matters to you.
All right.
So subscribe.
I got you.
A few years ago, we had a man contact us and he said, my wife is having an affair and she says she doesn't love me anymore. She's moved out. She's abandoned me and has turned into someone I don't even know. And on top of that, she's pregnant with the other man's baby.
Woo! Y'all heard that? Did y'all hear that? She said that he's pregnant. Oh, excuse me. His wife they not together. If things are going bad. Things are going bad. And she is right now, as we speak, pregnant with the other man's baby. Thank you, Jason Gates, for bringing it out. Affair and pregnant by the other guy. That's the devil. That's the devil. Okay. All right, y'all. Listen, we gonna rock and roll with this one, okay? We gonna follow along.
You see, his wife had moved across states at this point, had blocked him from her phone, and really was done. It seemed pretty hopeless. But you see, rarely is the affair the only issue in the marriage. And in this one, it was definitely an issue. But if you were to rewind the tape over the past 7 years of their marriage, you would see patterns of fighting, ignoring each other, disrespect, control. You'd see miscarriages, infertility struggles. You'd see a husband struggle with sex addiction. You'd see how the wife gave up her entire life to follow her husband and his career. You'd see hurt and heartache and a mess of a situation.
Oh, Jesus.
It
yes.
seems pretty hopeless, right?
Mhm.
As Shakespeare said, it was a tangled web. At Marriage Helper, we specialize in these complex, seemingly hopeless.
Okay, y'all. So where would y'all be? Where would y'all be? Y'all, Marie said he really, Isaiah said he heard enough. No, Isaiah, we're not done yet. Listen, we not done. We got more to go. Y'all gotta buckle y'all seatbelts. Y'all gotta buckle y'all seat. The devil has slain the assailant. Call for help. Mix, what are you doing? Lord have mercy, Jesus. Isaiah, you crack me up, sir. You crack me up, Isaiah. You really do. Okay, so are y'all staying? Are y'all staying or are y'all going? Okay, so here we go. Let's keep going.
Situations, because we know there's rarely one issue in a marriage. There's a ton of issues, and we understand how to deal with all of them and the interweaving of them. The control, the feeling like you married the wrong person, the affairs. And with our workshops, with all of these situations, we still see a 77% success rate at saving those marriages. So we know it can be done.
Okay.
Ideally, this couple would have contacted us a year into their marriage. They would have tried to get some guidance before everything continued to pile and to fester. But like most couples, the stigma of getting some guidance for your marriage stopped them from doing anything until everything blew up.
Ooh,
so could he save this marriage alone? Yes. But it was
so y'all, after all this, yes, Isaiah, she went from cheating to being the victim. Cheating from being the victim. Yes. And Waya said Europe. Waya said Europe. Okay, y'all. Okay, we gonna keep rocking and rolling, y'all. So he now is trying to save the marriage. He's trying to save the marriage. Let's back up. We've got control issues. We've got sex addiction. We've got lots of stuff going on. There's a lot happening. And then in addition to that, the woman is now pregnant by the man she had an affair with. She has moved states away. And has blocked her husband while she conducts herself in this new relationship with the man she had an affair with on her husband. Okay? She's still married. All right? So let's go. Let's keep going, y'all. Y'all ready? Buckle y'all seatbelts. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep rocking and rolling.
It was not going to be easy. He had to stop doing the things to push her away and start doing the things that would attract her back. He needed to understand what was really going on underneath all of it. He needed help identifying the core issues, seeing things from her perspective, and knowing how to talk to her. The only time he would see her from that point forward was going to be at the divorce court proceedings. So since he couldn't make her do anything, much less talk to him, he worked on himself, being the best that he could be. He learned how to implement the best principles for what makes relationships work and how to change his interactions with her. He had to learn what went wrong, and he did. He owned his part of what went wrong, had a vision of what the future could be for his marriage, and he worked on himself. It was the last time he was going to see her at their final divorce hearing, and she noticed something different in him. And she talked to him. She actually pulled him aside in one of the breaks, and they actually went and talked. He apologized for his part of everything that had gone wrong. He forgave her for the affair and told her that he would be able to love that child of hers as his own.
All right, y'all. What y'all think? Oh, love your style, message, and attitude. Thanks for bringing that old world feminine energy and attitude. Thank you so much, Casper Cool Breeze. Um, so we gon' so he decided that he was going, because of the things he did, he said, hey, he said, look, I am willing to rich boy, don't do that. Listen, okay, y'all family, we gotta They said acrimony. Okay, sorry, y'all. Y'all funny tonight. Y'all really live entertainment. So he decided at the final divorce hearing, he apologized for everything he put her through. He put her through and said, listen, we can make this work. I will take that other man's baby in, and I forgive you for the affair, and I will love that child as if it's my own. Now, y'all, what? Okay, I know what y'all saying. I see it in the comments. I'm seeing it. I seen in the comments. So, Michael said to date her sister. Okay. So I'm gonna play the rest of what happens here. Okay, we're gonna play the rest.
It's pretty strong, and they started working on things. Sometimes it takes one person to take the risk and work on saving the marriage, even when the other spouse wants out. And I wish it would happen more often, because so much of the time it works. We get
Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna stop sharing. I made my point. This is what I'm saying. So this is my point. So Chris Rock says, on conversely, oh, what's up, Sloan? All right, Sloan, I'm preparing myself. Okay, Sloan, what you about to tell me, Sloan? Because you know you be saying some stuff. Okay, so let me see what Sloan got to say first. Because my main woman in the DR admires me and fears me, and therefore loves me. I saved her and her 2 young children from. Sorry, I'm sorry, Sloan. I apologize. I'm still laughing about the clip, not you at all. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. I'm ready. Okay. Going back to the beginning, Sloan. Here we go. My main woman in the DR admires me and fears me, therefore loves me. And let me keep seeing it. I saved her and her 2 young children from the ghetto in the DR and put her in a nice home. I have a flat stomach and can lay the pipe. Sloan, you crack me up, sir. You couldn't drop $30K on her to cheat. It's a Brooklyn rap. Simple, baby. It's simple. Well, here's the thing, Sloan. Here's what I'll say about your comment. I think that if you are saving a woman and her 2 young children from living in a poor place in DR, which is bad, right? Not good. And then you put them in a nicer environment, and then you are an attractive guy that is putting it down. You know what? Why would she? You know, why would she look elsewhere? To your point, because you basically have come in and said, listen, I got you, and now you know she got you. You know she ain't going nowhere, and that's it. And that's what we're talking about, is making a relationship work. And each of us playing our roles. You played yours, she played hers, and here we are. You can give her 30,000 to run away from you. And so here we are. So thank you, Sloan. Again, we appreciate you, sir. Um, uh, okay, so we all family, y'all. We all family. To Deb's point, we are all family, y'all. We family. And I don't really know. We're not gonna call him a simp. Listen, first off, if y'all missed my first live, Sloan let us know he got a roster in 2 different countries. Okay. Sloan ain't nobody beta nothing. He running it. Okay, so let's put some respect on Sloan's name first and foremost. Okay. And so we got to move forward. I think that it's very interesting because I wanted to show 2 comparative views, right? And 2 comparative views, which is one, somebody saying it takes 2, another person, a professional, saying it takes 1. And in a very extreme situation where there was literally no hope, one person changed and they started working on their marriage. Again, I don't know. So what do you guys, after presenting this video, what do you think about the guy that decided to forgive his wife and basically overlook the cheating, overlook her having being pregnant or having another man's baby, and decided, like, listen, you know, I've done a lot. I apologize for my behalf. Let's make this thing work. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this? To each his own. I'm not. Rod Kelly said it to each his own. Not accepting any of that behavior. Isaiah said, you don't want to know what I'm thinking. Andrew McAllister said, one person can't save a marriage, nor does that one person deserve to suffer in a dead relationship. Pamela said, it couldn't be me. Rod, great, he worked on himself and all, but once, hold on, that comment went right away. Once the marriage vow is broken, that's it. Now, comparatively, Jason, and Rod, I'm talking to y'all both. What if he cheated a lot? Now, they said in the beginning he had a sex addiction. So he was cheating wild. Would you still not have compassion for the woman who cheated once? If he cheated over and over and over and over again, you're talking about sex addiction. So would you still say, nah, you stepped out on me one time, I might have stepped out on you 1,000 times. You can't step out once. Or because it resulted, I just want to know that thought process. Let's go there, and then I'll add another factor to that. Forgive her in court after your divorce. Sammy is prawn. She got pregnant. So common sense expert said, okay, I'm listening to y'all comments. Okay. Cheating with his hands, but okay, whatever. You have a beautiful smile. Thank you, Maurice. I appreciate it. Oh, I forgot about that part. She cheated and had a kid. Come on, Sam. Sammy is prawn cheating. I don't know what that means. Why 77 says, LOL, thank you for my copy. I finally get one of your lives. First time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me. Third time, shame. I'm the whole situation. Common sense expert said she got pregnant, Sam. So 2 wrongs don't make a right. What about the baby daddy? She just gonna push him out the child's life? Very good question. I think he did so much dirt, he had no choice but to fix himself, and now he wants his old thing back. Roderick, I agree. I agree with that. Cheat, I'm gone. I refuse to raise another child. So y'all, okay, change the scenario. Let's say she didn't get pregnant. Could you forgive her cheating if you've been cheating because you know you've been wild with your sex addiction? If you know you've had some things and she cheated but did not get pregnant, could you forgive her? I want to see what the comment says. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. I got you, Deb. Gotcha. All that could have been David says she knows what she was getting herself into before the marriage. All that could have been aborted. Vihar says, hell no. Darren Hilton says when women cheat, it's over. Only a woman can cheat. He going through it. Y'all making me laugh tonight. Stop. Y'all making me laugh tonight. I love y'all, man. This is pure entertainment. That doesn't mean he doesn't love her. Nah. Master Plan T said he ain't coming back to that. Wyatt says, I guess he's saying, what is Wyatt saying? Let me see why. I didn't see her first comment. She wouldn't tell him. Okay, his wife was conquered by another man, hard pill to swallow. The baby was a straw that broke the camel's back in that situation. What is Vicar? Vicar 1985 says face turquoise, covering eyes, hand purple. Okay, you got this. All right. Ed said, nope, she gone. He wouldn't know. Too many women to go back. Nope, not going back. Patrick said, yes, he would. And that doesn't mean he doesn't love her. F that. I'm not going back to that. That's just me, though. Such a relationship is, anyways, toxic. If you cannot be faithful and respectful, better get apart directly. Mike says, I would have to know more about their backstories, but if they knew each other since elementary school, I get why he would forgive her. I would forgive her because my religion says so. I definitely forgive her after I cheated. Okay, so if she had cheated but didn't get pregnant, that was more forgivable than not having a baby. And I get that. But I think that it's just very interesting because, like I said, as we've discussed today thoroughly, and y'all, I think that we have to really, when it comes to relationships, I think that what we're all saying is that we do need two people working on it and doing the best that they can do. Now, it may not be equal effort because people may not have equal capacity or equal ability, but both people have to work on it. And then when one person messes up, decides to make all these changes, because of all the damage that was done, it opened up the door for the relationship to work. But I would say that she would also have to be open to doing some work too, right? So it wouldn't just be he initiated the process, but I feel like when we talk about one person fixing the relationship, we've got to talk about the fact that they're initiating, they're making changes, they're doing certain things differently, modeling change. And if one person doesn't get on board and it's just you continuously changing, I would argue that a lot of people do get resentful when they feel like they're the only ones who are putting in the maximum effort to keep the relationship together. Over time, I believe it does get old, right? So I do think there's things that one person can do, but I think it works so much better, to Chris Rock's point, that two people can move a couch so much better. All right, y'all. That's the show for tonight. You guys, we have had such a great time. I thank you guys for tuning in. I had a blast. I had a great time. Thank you for all the super chats. You guys have been amazing. I think one of our comments points, I think it was Common Sense Expert. We will be working on bringing you guys on so that we can have conversations. I just need to figure out a way that I can screen certain people and make sure that they are who they say they are. You know what I'm saying? T, thank you for saying great discussion. Thank you guys for supporting me. Imagine it was so much fun. This show was dope, man. I had a great time. I thank you guys. On the way out, please hit the like button so that more people can see us. I don't know how this algorithm works, but yeah, please hit this, support your girl if you will. But I thank you guys. Thank you, Isaiah. You provide a lot of entertainment tonight. Rodney, everybody, thank you so much, guys. This victory strengthens the soul of Samantha. Thank you, lazy, I don't know what that says. Lazy boy 49. Thank you guys. Thank you, T. Thank you. Thank you, Reggie. Thank you, Pam. All right, you guys, I love y'all. I'm jumping off. And I will see you guys soon. Okay, we're gonna start doing weekly lives. I won't be going on next week, but from the week after that, y'all, I'm going live every Wednesday. Every Wednesday night, you can expect me at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Your girl going live. Okay. So join me every week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Not next week, starting the week after that. So I actually just got a cash app before we get off. Dread, thank you for love for your show. You are a blessing. Thank you, Dread. Thank you, Dread. All right, y'all. I love you guys. Thank you for the cash app support. I love you guys. Have a great night.